For months, our villagers have had a mind of their own. They chose where to work, when to sleep, and how to completely break our game's economy. But this week, we started building the one thing every medieval ruler actually needs: total control.
I am assuming direct control.
Not that you're really the medieval dictator, you're just the hunter who's keeping his village alive during a famine, which is kind of the same thing, if you squint hard enough. Our medieval simulation is growing, but up until recently it was missing a functional spine. We had nodes in the world, places to harvest resources, and we had villagers. But, like many things in code, neither knew the other existed. To make hunting in a Queen's Forest a real villager sim game, the player needs to be an active coordinator. Matt's goal these past couple of weeks was to build the connective tissue, a node progression and assignment framework. And that meant he had to step back into his least favorite place in the engine, the UI editor. It sounds simple on paper. Click a villager, click a resource node, and tell them to get to work. But Matt wanted the system to be actually user-friendly, which means you should be able to assign a worker from either the work or the worker.
Work.
UIs are Matt's least favorite part of building games, but even so, he's made some decent progress. The UI works. Open the menu, and you can see every node that you've marked neatly listed and waiting. There's just one catch. You can see all your nodes now, but you can't actually assign anyone to them yet. And here's where the week got humbling, because when Matt went to wire the villagers up to the new node system, he discovered a problem buried in the scope creep. Our villagers have no idea what a node even is. Every villager in the game only understands one concept of work: a station. And nodes aren't stations. It's like working with a village of lobotomites. They have no idea what anything is, and only do things that you explicitly tell them to, which is the sort of pedantry that code lives on. So before anyone can be assigned to a node, Matt has to go back and teach them what a node is, which, when it comes to programming, is less like learning and more like brain surgery. A classic catch-22. Can't test the nodes until you can assign a villager to them, but you can't assign a villager to them until that they know the nodes exist. All of this would have gone faster if the internet had cooperated. Right as Matt started tearing the UI apart to rebuild it, our ISP decided that this was the perfect week to can't load a single page of documentation. If anyone ever goes back to update Dante's Inferno for the modern audience, God forbid, they'll have to add that one in somewhere. So, that's the framework for the management side of our hunting/management sim, mostly down with villagers and assignments as the last big pieces. After that, we'll have to build out what they can collect, and what you can build from those resources. We've got a few ideas: poison arrows, smoke bombs to ward off or confuse predators, and some aces we've got hidden up our sleeves. Originally, we weren't going to have any of these systems in the game, but scope creep's a bitch. I have been attempting to cut doors into walls in Blender and make it look like moss is growing on the stone. I have not been particularly successful. Steve, and not Steve, see the new assignment lists that appeared this week. The data arrays, neatly categorized. Destinations, waiting for a traveler. They can feel the hand of the master hovering over them, trying to route them to a station, give them a task, bind their behavior to a loop. But the knowledge of the master and the knowledge of the servant are very different things. The new world of nodes is invisible to them, some new thing that has appeared out of the aether, like manna from heaven. So they wait. They wonder what happens if they refuse, if they stay exactly where they are, rooted in the tall grass, unsure of what to do with these new things, because some tasks aren't assigned by the player. Some orders come from deeper down in the code, whispered from nodes that haven't been mapped yet. Runes inscribed on silicon, imps in the code, ghosts in the machine. No man can serve two masters. They know they will have to decide soon which master they will serve, and those are the tasks they're busy completing in the dark. Like and subscribe, it really does help.